Hello, this is Lisa from Happy Stamp, and today we are going to be making this step card, I guess it's called. I have no idea. It kind of looks like a step card to me. But we're not going to be doing any cutting. You know, usually they're cut from down here. So I guess it's kind of like a faux step card, I would say. All right, let's go ahead and get started here. Let me take a drink here. Hopefully I'm not gonna keep clearing my throat. It's very annoying. I'm using the Snowman Magic Bundle that is in the holiday catalog right now. I'm so sorry. That is not carrying over, so that is going to be leaving us. So sad because it is so cute. Let's see. All right, so what we're going to need here, we're going to need a scrap for some die cutting. You're going to need a piece of Evening Evergreen that is 4 1/4 by 11, and we're going to be scoring that. Another piece of soft succulent that is 8 1/2 by 2 1/2. A piece of mossy meadow that is 3 by 4 1/4. A piece of basic white that is 3 3/4 by 4. And for the sentiment, a 1/2 inch by 3 3/4. Oh, I guess I already have one. A piece of the Designer Series paper. Oh, did I forget to put that in there? I must have. Yep, I sure did. So for the Designer Series paper, that needs to be 2 1/4 by 4 3/4. 4 3/8. I'm sorry. So 2 1/4, right? By 4 3/8. Yes. This piece is for the envelope, and that measures 3 by 6. And then you're going to need a piece of soft suede for the little snowman's arms. All right, let's just go ahead and get some stamping done here. I'm going to be using my Memento. Let's see, I'm going to need this little snowman. The trees. Let me get some smaller blocks here. We're going to need a little hat, both of the little hats. I did decorate the inside of the card as well. Let's see, we're going to need the snowbanks. So I'm going to put those on one block. I'm going to need the scarf. And we're going to need a couple more things, but I don't have enough blocks. Take this off. I can't remember which set that belongs to. I got to figure it out. I need the bunny. All right, that's going to have to be it for now. I'll have to do some cleaning because I'm going to need a few more things. All right, so I'm going to stamp the snowman 2 times. Make sure you stamp them far enough apart so that you are able to put your dies in there. And the top hat. I'm going to need the little bunny. take the top hat off, and I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use this face. I'm going to do the face while and then I also, on one of them, which you really can't see, but it bothered me for some reason, the little dots or buttons, just on one. Let's see, I don't need to do the hands because we're going to be cutting those out. That might be it, besides the sentiment. All right. That's it for the basic black. Okay, with Evening Evergreen, I'm going to do the scarf. With Soft Succulent, I'm going to do the hat, the little beanie hat. All right. Okay, that might be it for as far as the snowman and all of his accessories. I know I have to do the trees and the hills for the snow and the sentiment. Let me do the sentiment while we have. I am using Thinking of You This Season. And then I'm doing in the Soft Succulent. Oh, that looks like it's a little bowed. Okay, and we'll try, well, I don't know, maybe it wasn't, maybe it was just me. That looks better. All right, there is that. All right. Let's let those dry for a second. Let's bring in the scoreboard. All right, so we're gonna do some scoring on this. All right, this is take 2 of this part. I got to just the scoring part, and for some reason my camera shut off. So I'm picking up from there. Hopefully, I did get all of my die cutting done, so you don't have to sit through all that because that was a lot of die cutting. But you saw me stamp everything. I did cut out a label from the seasonal labels stamp set. It's the middle scallop one. With the Mossy Meadow part piece, I ran that through the mini die cutting machine with the Wintry 3D 2-pack. I used the one with the bows on it. And then I cut it down. So you need 2 pieces that are 1 inch by 4 1/4. And then 1 piece that is 7/8 by 4 1/4. So 7/8 by 4 1/4, and 2 that are 1 by 4 1/4. And I'm going to keep looking up at my phone here to make sure. I don't know what happened, but lovely. Maybe I shouldn't have been doing this today. I don't know. All right. Scoring. So I'm going to take my scoreboard, my piece of Mossy Meadow, Evening Evergreen, and that is going to get scored at 4.5, 9, and 10. My piece of Soft Succulent is going to get scored at 3. Oh, and I just realized that I forgot to cut, because I got pretty far into my other card before I realized that my footage was not recording. And I just realized that I forgot to cut another piece of, oh my goodness, the Designer Series paper. I can't use that piece because it's going the wrong direction. So that piece comes from the Boughs of Holly, and I'm using this piece right here. So I need to cut another piece real quick, and that measures, oh, what was it? Where is my 2? I don't remember already because I got all flustered. 2 1/4 by 4 3/8. Yes, 2 1/4 by 4 3/8. All right, and I want them to go this way. 4 3/8. This is one of my most favorite packs of paper because it's got, to me, a lot of old-fashioned pieces in it, and I am all about that. 50s, 60s, 70s, doesn't matter. All of it all. All right, so scored my Evening Evergreen piece. The first score is going to be down at the first fold is going to be down at the bottom, and that's going to be a mountain. All right, so I'm just going to give that a good burnish with my bone folder. Then we're going to do a valley. Okay, and then we're going to do another mountain. And I just keep double checking to make sure my camera is still going. So it's going to stand up like this. The piece of Soft Succulent, that is going to be a mountain. And it's going to go like this. And I'm going to put my piece of Designer Series paper on here. I'm going to put that up to the fold. Just make sure that I have a nice even border on all the sides. All right, then I'm going to take this and I'm going to make sure that this is on the outside of the back of the card. I'm going to take the bottom and I'm just going to put glue about 1/2 inch up. And I'm going to make sure that it's in the middle, try. And then I want this up from the bottom about 1/16 of an inch. Make sure that is in the middle and about 1/16 of an inch. That's why you use, if you can, the wet glue, because you will be able to slide it around where you want it to go. All right, I'm leaving that little piece down at the bottom open because on the first card I didn't like that this, I don't know if I said it in already, I don't remember. I don't like the Soft Succulent showing down here. I like this much better, where it's just all the Evening Evergreen and there's no Soft Succulent showing. So that is why I'm putting it up just a tad, and also it will still fit into an envelope. All right, this looks like it's kind of crooked to me. But maybe not. Okay, so then I'm going to lay this flat. I'm going to put glue just up here. You don't want to put glue all the way down, because then you'll close it to this end of the card and you won't be able to open your card correctly. All right, and then we're just going to fold that flat. Make sure that it's all straight. Okay, and then you're going to get your easel card, or not easel card, your step card, like that. Right, I don't know if I hit my... I need to not stress about it. Don't worry about it. All right. So this part is done. Now I'm going to start. Like I said, I already die cut all of my pieces of my... That's a scrap from something else, of my snowmen, so I can start building them. Right, and coloring a couple of pieces. All right, there we go. All right, for the snowman, I'm just taking my pumpkin pie and I'm coloring in the nose with the light pumpkin pie. And then I'm going to use the dark pumpkin pie to just essentially make little dots, like the little darker parts of the carrot. And then I'm just going to go over it again with the light, just to blend it out a little. For my bunny, I'm taking the light Flirty Flamingo and coloring in his little ear. And I'm taking the light Smoky Slate, and I'm just coloring a little bit of the bunny tail down at the bottom to give it a little bit more dimension. The top hat, I'm using my light Soft Succulent, and I'm just coloring this whole band. Then I'm using the dark and just giving it a little bit of highlight, and then I'm going to color in again with my light. All right, then I'm going to take my glue. Oh, and I noticed that I didn't. All right, I'm going to put the hat on each of them. Take your pick tool. One's going to have the kind of beanie hat with the palm, and the other one is going to have the top hat. And I just noticed that I didn't re-stamp the little buttons. Okay, so these buttons are going to go on this one. Right, might have it down just a tad too far, but that's all right. This one is going to get the little arms. So one goes this way and one goes that way. And I'm just putting a little bit of glue on these little round parts down here. And then I'm just going to lift up my snowman. I found this was the easiest. And put one side on and then put the other side on. So one side's going to go here. And then the other side is going to go here. And I just found that that was an easier way to do that. Oops. And then I forgot about his little scarf here. So that needs to go on here on this one. This one is for the inside of the card. I didn't quite, he's fancy. All right, so this goes over here. All right. All right, so let's move these guys out of the way for the moment. I'm going to take this piece that I cut out with the seasonal labels and get my mat and a piece of scratch paper. All right, I'm taking, out of the way, I'm taking the soft succulent and the little mountains, or not mountains, snowbanks. And I'm doing Stamping Off. That one you're really not even going to see because it's going to be kind of behind the snowman, but. And then this one is going to go like that. And then I'm just going to kind of connect it, hopefully. All right, like that. First one I did was better, of course. Evening Evergreen for the trees. Go up here. All right. Close this up. All right. Okay. So we're going to take this, and this one's going to go on here. So let's get some glue. Right, like that. And then we're going to take our little bunny and make it a dimensional. And I'm going to put this as far over as I can. Because he's going to be overlapping his little friend, just like that. All right, then I took some of the sequins for everything, I believe. They're in the main catalog. And I just scattered some for like snowflakes. I don't think I'm going to do quite as many as I did last time, just because I don't want to take up the time. But I did like 7 on the other one. So there's, I'm going to do my take your pick tool. And then just, I'm going to dump a few out here. Here is they have pearls, they have sequins, they have flat sequins, sparkly sequins, silver sequins. They've got some faceted gems. Little ones are harder to get. Okay, there's a faceted gem. That's good enough for me right now. If I want to put more on later, I can. But for now, all right, so then this, get this off of here. I can't pick anything up today. It's gonna go right in the middle of here. All right. Then I'm going to take some Evening Evergreen. Oh, first, before we do that, let's go ahead and get pieces of the Mossy Meadow on here that I embossed with Winter 3D embossing folder. Now, I embossed it all at the same time and then cut it out, but you can do it either way. Cut out the piece, the lengths that I needed. It's totally up to you how you want to do it. And this one goes over here. This one goes on the other side. All right, now I am going to take the ribbon and thread that through the middle. And all I'm doing is making a knot, trying to make a like a square knot. Right. And it really kind of doesn't look like a square knot because it is a very meshy ribbon, but I still try. All right, so and again, I use it on the spool, so I waste as little as possible. Right, and then I'm going to scooch this all the way up to right underneath the snowman. And if you wanted to put a glue dot behind the knot, you could. I'm not going to. I think it's fine. But you could do that if you wanted to. All right, and then the sentiment. Thinking of you this season. I'm taking the Banners Pick-a-Punch, and I'm using this one right here. So I'm turning it over so that I can see the writing if I happen to get it too close, and then I can do it like that and make sure that I get the right one, because earlier I did one and then I did the other one, and I'm like, but I do that every time. So I'm just gonna flatten this out a little bit because I noticed my edges are raised from cutting. I'm gonna just glue this straight down. Right here. Okay. Then I'm going to take this piece of Whisper White, and this is for the inside. I just want to make sure I have it orientated the correct way. So it goes like that. I'm taking the, let's see, it's the most wonderful time of the year. I'm using my soft succulent. And I'm just going to kind of put that over here. All right, close this up so I don't get it on myself. We're going to take our little snowman. I'm going to put some glue on the back of him. And he just goes right down here. Right, and then I'll take my Stampin' seal. And that goes on the inside. Like this. Okay. All right. Then, get that out of the way. All right. I'm going to take my envelope and I'm just going to put some glue along the flap. Okay. And make sure my trees are going the right way. Put this on here. Then I will take my snips and I'm just going to cut along the flap of the envelope. So that is the flap of the envelope. Then I just took these trees and my soft succulent and I just stamped these down here. Took it up, stamped it again. That way you get a couple of generations of ink there. So there you have it. Finally, here's the one that I just did. And here are the other two that I did earlier. So that's the one that I started with. And that's the one with down at the bottom. But they look pretty similar to me. So if you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment below. I'll be happy to answer them. All supplies can be purchased through my online store at happystamp.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.